It is my idea to present my entire ebook Timeless Tweets 2000 in video format for easy reading on TV or computer. The book consists of over 2,000 tweets, a sort of discerning commentary on living mostly in tweet format. Expected to be thought-provoking and at the same time enjoyable. This is one such video. Video 1, Chapter 1 Tweets 01 to 100. Man grows without knowing, child feels intensely without knowing, adolescence acts/reacts instinctively without knowing, youth, and ruminates at end. Experience teaches you, and you tell your experience to others. But some prefer to fall into the ditch themselves rather than listen to you. Murder for gain is a desperate attempt for gain without pain to self. Unless well executed, it becomes intense pain without any gain. In life, first clap is hard to come by. Then more follow, still more pour in and swell into a resounding applause. Mass mania. Run-of-the-mill activities do not thrill, nor like adventure apt to kill. When you dare, you make a mark in life. But if you don't make it, society will hurriedly give you a black mark for life. That's the risk. It is unnatural to remain single. Marriage is incomplete without children. Psychologists frown at single-child family. 2 may be okay, but by then you are already done. Hooked. No escape. Rest is fate. While young, you highlight your features. With advancing age, you try to hide your features. If you scare away all your friends and well-wishers, naturally you will be all alone at the end. No use lamenting then. Maybe there will be a transition from love-in relationships to live-in deals. Exciting alternative in the short term, but disastrous. Tweets 11 to 20. If a person incites you against another, make sure he has no vested interest. The idea can very well be against your own interest. You must use sense, not lose it. When in a state of agitation, you are apt to do the exactly opposite. When a friend behaves like an enemy, you have a real dilemma. He is no more your friend, but can never be an enemy. You are in a fix. Respect is an outer presentation that can be commanded. Regard is an instinct that has to be inspired. Desirable, but not always possible. Silence can result from plain ignorance, or total indifference, or wisdom judiciously withheld or maliciously suppressed. It needs love beyond limits to overlook arrogance beyond limits in others. If your stars are adverse, nobody will listen to you, be it a warning beforehand or a reference to what you said already. It's impossible to help a man against his will or without his cooperation. Then pray if you believe or forget him if you don't. The bored would be happy to hear somebody or other say something or other. The worried would prefer not to hear anything from anybody. When you confront a group in the public interest, the affected will protest vociferously. The benefiting public will keep neatly silent. Tweets 21 to 30. When anything shoots to fame overnight and without valid reasons, that deserves to be investigated and corrected to prevent irrational frenzy. In the past, broken English and colloquial slang evoked derisive laughter. But now, it is adored and admired in films. Ego is okay. All can't be saints. It is the inflated ego that hurts all around. That is what arrogance is made up of. Man becomes mature with age. So we believe. But that is not necessarily true always. Often the man direly in need of advice is also the person who is most averse to advice. It is wrong to think we are equal to anybody on earth, which is neither true nor possible nor necessary for success in our own life. House owners tend to lament poor rental income compared to bank interest. But they forget deferred income from property appreciation. Benefit of public service derived by society from career women is more than offset by irreparable loss on family front. All in rat race. Where dejection is the starting point of a discussion, rejection will be the fate of all offered solutions, including sensible ones. Where the best thrives, the next cannot. Celebrities eclipse the moderate. Cinema kills drama. TV kills cinema. Computer kills? Tweets 31 to 40. Some people suffer because of their bad qualities. Some because of good qualities. Neither changes. This can't be helped. Government taps phone. Eavesdropping, serious crime. An individual peeps into sensitive cables from government. He is a hero, a whistleblower, logical. A woman falls into an open manhole and drowns for eternity. Ordinary news. A notorious criminal shot dead in encounter. Great fuss, how come? Bad and bumpy roads with surprise ditches, everlasting never guessed diversions, increasing petrol cost, laneless freelance traffic, merciless monsoon, meterless autos, fleecing drivers, don't care politicians, never complain middle class. Combination super. Sleep is considered an effortless activity. Actually a preferred whole-time occupation for lazy. Yet if missing or elusive, oh how tough. Trees are gifts of God. We grow it with love. Fell it, that means kill when in need. Their fate is so ordained. In 16 years, farm suicides in India cross 1 million. A report. All set for spectacular Grand Prix of India. Report next day. We take things easy. No talk results in silence. No thought leads to meditation. Some remember all the good you did to them and all the bad too. Some only the bad. Rarely you find people who remember the good only. Gold exchange funds invest in physical gold. Prices go up as this is plain hoarding. Why allow this? Bleak future for girls in Tamil Nadu. Non-listening is a great art, though not desirable. Some will pretend to listen but be anxiously waiting for a break for them to butt in. Tweets 41 to 50. Acute arrogance is worse than deep ignorance. But if both are present, that is a formidable combination for one to fight against. Doing good is in fact pretty easy. Anybody can do it. Feed the poor. Who objects? But fight evil. That requires guts and determination, sure. If you feel anything is too good to be true, most probably you will be right. Life is a journey between two destinations. We know where the journey started, but we don't know where it will end, when or how. Hall-size mainframes gave way to personal computers on table, then to laptops on the lap, followed now by handheld PC. Less size, more power. At this rate, computer systems may in future be reduced to a headphone and specs made of chips responding to voice commands. Intelligence accompanied by arrogance is understandable though not acceptable. But arrogance coupled with ignorance is intolerable. Governments levy taxes against planned necessities. Individuals run after money for money's sake. Not all have any goals as such. Some men make money. Take over competing companies. More money. More companies. Still more. Diversify products. Like tiger's tail in hands. If everybody is to have cell phone as envisaged by Telecom Minar, then most people will be talking most of the time. More misuse than use. Your decisions in life largely depend on where your attitude lies in the spectrum of confidence between overconfidence and diffidence. Tweets 51 to 60. Our beginning is a fact accomplished. Our end lies somewhere between an intelligent forecast and a wild guess. Gadgets make life simple, no doubt. But when they multiply, some go awry, and that complicates our lives. If you save your labor, your body loses exercise. If you save others' labor, they lose their jobs. Vanaprastham is the blessed state to which you are unwittingly pushed when, with advancing age, you realize that none cares for you. Full-page ad in glossy paper with only 1 or 2 words filling it is a waste of newsprint and gross violation of green earth principles. When everything goes wrong, or so it looks for the moment, you have the option to go silent or go berserk. The luster of gold lies not in its glitter, it is the only sturdy form of that omnipotent substance called money that lasts forever. Water quenches thirst. Money stimulates craving for more money. Silence and sharp reaction have roles to play. That depends on the need of the hour. All Indians to have phones by 2020. Kapil Sibal. No unmixed blessing. Phones don't just enable but instigate endless talking. No good. Tweets 61 to 70. Family is an institution designed to earmark and limit your obligations in life, as none will have the time or energy to attend to all. If you are thinking of yourself all the time, then a time will come when nobody will think of you at any time. Peaceful agitation is an innocuous combination of mutually contradictory words. Agitate or be peaceful. How combine both? All agitations are alike in a way. The idea is to paralyze all activity and cow down authority. It is not very different from use of force. A terrorist is one who kills lot of people whom he does not know for reasons they do not know. You cannot say of anything that is his funeral if the relationship with that person is such that you have to attend his funeral anyway. As relative or friend. External circumstances account for pleasant or painful situations basically. Our attitude can modify the effect but not nullify. More often than not, people prefer to flounder on their own rather than listen to others' advice, call it ego, robust confidence, or by whatever other name. It will be nice if self-interest gives way to public interest at least once in a while. Gratitude is grace in attitude. Tweets 71 to 80. Small help for you, you may feel, but may be great effort for the other who renders. The reverse is also true. The value of help received must be judged from what you got out of it and also from whether the other chap got anything out of it at all. A little manipulation of memory is good and necessary to remember all the good done by others and forget all that is bad. Hitting a man when he is low-lying is good strategy. But sparing him in his state of distress is grace non-parel. Television naturally tells upon near vision. You forget surroundings for good or for evil. Some love to solve problems. There are others who love to create problems. A mistake in identity can hurt you. Help must come of its own, or may be requested. Certainly not commanded or demanded. When loan is dear, your safety is pretty clear. When loan comes for a song, that may be the last song you hear. Filling in a need is business, killing a need is renunciation, pampering a need is marketing, creating a need is business development. Oftentimes incentives are like baits in the fishing hook, bite and you are done, as in credit card spree. Tweets 81 to 90. An enlightened customer can be the marketer's nightmare. Business implies service to community at large. Employment means service to such an institution. Great minds do not settle for the latter. Interest is the most interesting as well as intriguing part of finance. Can be thrilling when it flows in, killing when it flows out. Scientists around the world are baffled at finding particles that travel faster than light, violating Einstein's theory. Is this God's speed? This idea is picking up. Rich must be ready to be taxed more. Ex-Minister Chidambaram. Government of India. Probably God created the world with some good intention and thoughtful provisions for orderly functioning and endless existence through mindless biological urge, but subsequently appalled by the consequences of what he did, abandoned his creation in sheer despair. There are no men without problems. Whether there are problems without solution is a moot point, where believers can take you for a ride. Like optical illusion, there can be an intellectual illusion as well. How challenge existence of God, intellectual doubts notwithstanding. People have a tendency to make a curse out of every blessing of science. Example, cell phone. Science needs legal safeguards against gross misuse. Interrogatives can be enlightening, example, who am I? Or they can be irritating also, example, absurd, do you want me to agree with you? Tweets 91 to 100. Some questions are asked to find out the truth as to what happened. Some others to find what you are. Depth analysis. Also deft. Destiny serves the cards and we play the game. So believe some. Maybe the moves also are decided by destiny. Repudiating help when it is most needed is like ambushing the ambulance. Some are badly in need of help but either do not realize it or robust ego obliterates their vision. A blank mind is easier to convince than a prejudiced mind. This is a world record, a head of state shaking hands with 11 successive presidents of U.S. Queen Elizabeth II. https://www.mfair.in/queen.pdf. Nadaswaram players in Kalyanman taps meticulously delineate subtle ragas though none is listening or even pretend to dot that s Bhagavad Gita. Some people talk about themselves all the time. Some others concentrate on your affairs, precisely to avoid talking about their affairs. A person in distress climbs up an electric pole to commit suicide, big news in Daily. He is saved by the fire scad. But who is going to solve his problem? You neither solve nor help him solve. Bhagavad Gita probably exhorts us to forget those who forget to be grateful. It is just solace to the hurt. No dictum against gratitude. Thank you for reading. Comments are welcome at gomez17@gmail.com.